Well, good morning. Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. I'm here each and every day at 8 a.m. for your viewing and listening pleasure. And the question that came to me this morning in meditation was, how do we deal with our past? Can we actually change our past? And so I've literally this morning been going back into my past, bringing that memory forward and realizing that the memory I'm bringing forward today is different than the memory of what really happened. I had to really detach from it, and I had to just go into observation from the best that I could, pulling from my subconscious, and realize that we can manipulate our memories. Because what are memories? They're just thought patterns. And so whatever the perspective was at the time, that memory took on that energy. And then depending on what is our perspective right now, it can determine how we bring forth those thoughts, those images of the past into this now. And so we have the ability to rewrite our past. Because all it is, our past is simply a thought form. And we can shift and reshape the thought form. Isn't that amazing? We have that power. No matter what it was, no matter what the situation, we can reshape it. And we can literally find, if we really take the time, we can find the balance in any situation, in any memory that we have. And once we can find the balance in a memory, guess what? It no longer has an emotional charge. And isn't that the thing that really affects us? Is when we bring forth a memory, it's the emotional charge that we have, that we are a victim, that we were helpless, that we were not enough, that we could have done more. No. The fact of the matter is that situation was in perfect balance based on the energy we were putting out. It doesn't determine who we are, because in this moment, that memory of the past, we're the only ones who can bring it forward. You see, but if we do the work and we heal ourselves of that memory, it no longer will have an impact on us in the present moment, because we're the masters of that. We're the controllers of that. We're the ones who bring that memory forward. We think it's not, but let's just be honest. Who's thinking? It's you. It's me. We're the thinkers. Therefore, we bring that forth. I went back this morning and I just pulled forth about, oh my God, 9 different memories that I had in my past that were still there. And I started to open up and look at them and see them from a bigger and bigger and bigger perspective, like literally stepping above the situation, looking at it from like 1,000 feet above, even 100 feet above. It doesn't matter, but detaching from the emotional attachment and then observing whatever the event was, whatever the interaction was, and realize as the observer, there was no emotional charge. And you see, that's who you are naturally. By nature, you are the observer. The ego is the thing that gets attached to it. Lori says, what about the other person? If you've reconciled the memory and put it in balance, the other person that felt wronged, are they healed? No, they're not, because everyone has to do their own healing. With respect to a situation like that, if you've healed yourself of it, that's all you can do. That's all you're responsible for. And that energy that you put out is a healed energy. Now, if that person's in your life still, they'll feel that energy. They'll feel that there was a shift. But the work about healing, about reconciling the memory, every individual has to do that for themselves. No one can do it for someone else. When you're doing, let's say, when you're doing forgiveness work, you're not forgiving the other person for their benefit. You're doing it to free yourself of that memory. That's the real critical thing. Here's what I know that in my experience, and that's all I can talk to is my experience. When I've done the work to let something go, and I've successfully done that, if I do meet that other individual again, who I am is not the same person that was there at the time of whatever the event was. And so I am putting out a completely different energy, and that energy can, if that person's open to it, free them to see the situation differently as well. But here's the key. They've got to want to. It's their life. They get to control that. We have no control over that. Zero. That's why the best thing you can do, and the only thing you can do, is to heal yourself of that memory, to reconcile it, to bring it into balance. That's a real good question, Lori, because so many times we think we're so much more important than we are. We think that we're the most important person in someone else's life. The fact of the matter is we're not. The fact of the matter is that we are the most important person in our own life and no one else's. Everyone else in the world, even your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your children, you are a secondary character in their life experience. You are the main character in your own experience. And in your own experience, if this was a puppet show, that's a great example. If this was a puppet show, the only strings of the puppet that you can pull are your own puppet. You can't do your husbands, your wives, your children, your mothers, your fathers, the bosses, people at work. You can't pull anyone else's strings. The only strings you can pull are your own. So isn't that freeing? Because now you don't have this immense responsibility that we blindly have bought into, that we can control others. So now we can focus on the work. And the work is within us. That's why I call this program every morning, Thoughts That Can Change Your Life. As you shift your thought process, you will shift your life experience. And that's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. We're here in this world, we're not about accumulating wealth, accumulating this, accumulating that, accumulating all this other stuff. No, we're here for experience. That's it. So let me just share this. I see Rhonda checked in. Today is Agape Gathering Day. So if you would like to gather with like-minded people, we have a gathering at 1:30 p.m. today and a gathering at 7 p.m. today. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com. Click on the calendar and the Zoom link will be there. Everyone is welcome. It's always a fun gathering. You meet with like people, we check in, we talk, we share. It's just a good way to connect. And here's what I understand. I love connecting with other people. And I have found that you can do that through social media. You can establish a relationship. Yeah, there's no physical touch. I understand that that's missing. There's no right there in front of you. But you know what? You can establish a relationship. And you can open up and you can be free and you can share with others of like-minded. So with that in mind, remember, you can change your past. And all healing comes from seeing the past differently. All dis-ease is a result of stress that we're carrying forward from our past lives. Do you get that? All disease is a result of stress we're carrying forward from our past life. So what if we did the work and we healed ourselves? That we brought that past life into equilibrium. Our mind would be at ease, the stress would disappear, and the body would heal. The mind would heal the body. The body's a magnificent vessel and can do anything, but we've got to give it the right environment in which to do it. And that environment is one where we reframe our past so that we're at peace with it. So with that in mind, I want you to know, no matter what you've done, I love you and I accept you as you are. Go create a great day. Love to see you later at a gathering. Until then, everybody, aloha. Bye-bye.